Welcome back to part 2. And in this part 2 series, we are going to continue from to our include. So, in addition to include, we have three other language constructs for importing the content of one file to into another file. So, these are called require, include once, and require once. That's the three other languages constructs that are for importing the content of one file into another. Let's comment so you guys can have it. So three uh, constructs that are for importing the content of one file into another, which is called require, include once, and require once. So let's start from the first language construct, which is the require one, right? So the require construct includes and evaluates the specified file. It is identical to include except in how it handles a failure script. When a file import fails, it requires a halts the script with an error, whereas it includes only issues a warning, and the import may or may not fail either because the file is not found or because the user running the web server does not have a reading access to it. So let's write the definition. Require construct includes and evaluates the specified file. Here's an example. Here's an example of a require script. So we are using a require keyword. We say require. That's simple. And we want our file name, which is myfile.php. This this will halt an error to the user because it's failing. It's like saying, where the heck is my file at? So it will give you an error, which is a warning, or yeah. So generally, it is best to use this require keyword if you are making any complex PHP applications or any CMS sites. Just to use require. But if you're making like a simple app, something like that, well, you can, but I'll just recommend you guys use it for complex PHP apps or any CMS websites. So, yeah, so that way the application does not tend to run when a key file or any type of file is missing. If you have less critical code, segments, and a simple PHP websites, the include, which is this, the include keyword, may maybe which case like PHP shows the output, or even if the include file is missing, you can do something like that. So I want to comment this out so we won't be bothered. Okay, so next we are gonna do for our second language construct, which is the include once, right? Include once. So let's see. The include once statement behaves like a include keyword, except that if the specified file has already been included, it is not included again. So let's write this down. Include once statement behaves like a include keyword, except that if the specified file has already been included, that it is not going to include again. If you use include and underneath that you use include once, it should not be included again because you're using both includes and the PHP is saying, oh, what the heck are you trying to do? So for include just once so our script can run, so we say include once and we want our file name. We say my file.php, right? This small script will just include only once, and that's it. It will include just once from one file to another file. That's all. Next, for our third construct, which is the require once. The require once statement works like a normal require keyword, but it does not import a file if it has already been imported require once, like myfile.php and all. So let's say the require, let's write down, the require once statement works like require, but it does not import a type of a file that it is already been imported. In an example, you guys have require once and our file name, which is this. This is an example how you use it. This will require only once. Okay, I hope you guys understand these three constructs, and I will see you guys into part 3 to end up with this importing file series.